that, let's just start today's discussion, and the topic is Jewels of Caitanya Caritamrta. But before doing that, let's just invoke the auspiciousness which Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who is the author of this wonderful literature, invoked every time he started the chapter. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Shri Advaita Jaya Gaura Chandra Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. And now, with all of your permission, I would like to pay my obeisances to our acharyas. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Tadati Swa Padantikam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuva evacha patita nama pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. So today's topic is very interesting. Caitanya Caritamrta. In couple of days, we are going to celebrate the divine appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? So we all are very excited. Everybody is so excited. We keep hearing, reading about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that's all auspiciousness in a life of a devotee. So I'm going to start from the very beginning, from where we all have arrived in this world. In Paramatma Sandarbha by Jiva Goswami, he has explained that there are two kinds of jivas or jivatmas or living entities. One type of living entity is Nitya Siddha or eternally liberated souls or living entities or living force. So because we are not Nitya Siddha, so I'm going to talk about the category number 2, which is eternally conditioned soul, Nitya Baddha Jivas. So if we hear from the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2nd and also Canto 3rd, process of creation, specifically chapter 2.5, 2.6, and Canto 3rd, chapter 5, chapter 6, we get to know that Nitya Baddha or eternally conditioned souls, they reside in the body of Karanadakshay Vishnu. This Karanadakshay Vishnu lies on the Karana ocean, right? So this category number 2. Okay. So, okay. This category number 2 is conditioned. Why? Because this Jivatma is from time immemorial, is Vimukha from Bhagavad Jnana. That means this living entity has no information about the Supreme Lord. And this living entity is by nature eternal, full of knowledge and blissful. But because this living entity does not possess the Bhagavad Jnanam, that's why, or the knowledge of Paratattva, or the knowledge of Supreme, that's the reason this living entity get attacked by inferior energy of the Lord, which is material nature or modes. And when Maya Devi attack, then this living entity, which is covered with the fruitive baggage from the previous cosmic manifestation, also get covered with ignorance, one layer of ignorance. This ignorance is called avidya. And avidya about what? That this jiva forgets that I am eternal, full of knowledge and blissfulness, right? But the capacity to understand that I am full of knowledge, eternal and blissfulness is still there in this conditioned soul. But this conditioned soul is covered with avidya, so it forgets about its real identity, which is Satchidananda Rupa, right? So this living entity, now covered with avidya because of Maya, also gets another layering of false ego or hankara. And then the consciousness which is around this soul enters into the subtle body and then gross body. And then from there, we start thinking ourselves, this Jivatma, start thinking itself, I'm a human, I'm an animal, I'm this, I'm that, right? So this is the trick of Maya. And because of this reason, this conditioned, eternally conditioned soul always remain in the material realm, right? But the secret of reviving the real function of this soul is revealed by the Supreme Lord through the great scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita, we know, has already, all of us know that Bhagavad Gita is given to us by Supreme Lord Krishna himself. Directly, Arjuna is hearing from Krishna, right? And Srimad Bhagavatam is given to us by Vedavyas Muni, who is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord, right? But due to the influence of time and misinterpretation through different commentators, the essential message of the scriptures, right, they get lost in between, right? So this Caitanya Caritamrta has given to us, and this Caitanya Caritamrta is called the postgraduate study. Why? Because it deals with the confidential pastimes of the Supreme Lord. I'm going to explain the reasons also for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come in this world. But I wanted to explain that how this eternally conditioned Nitya Baddha Jiva is in this material realm and going around. And for our help, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, all these scriptures has been given to us. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings and his biography, in fact, is given to us by different Vaishnava Acharyas. Chaitanya Charita by Sri Murari Gupta. And Chaitanya Vrindavan Das Thakur gave us Chaitanya Bhagavatam. Yes, Chaitanya Bhagavatam. And who is given us Chaitanya Caritamrta? Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Now, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he was the disciple of Raghunath Das Goswami, right? And what's his name? Vrindavan Das Thakur, he has already explained the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from his birth till the time of taking sannyasa in his wonderful literature, which is called Chaitanya Bhagavatam, right? It is given to us. But there were devotees in Vrindavan who wanted to know the detailed discussion or detailed description of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes from sannyasa till the end. So that's why everybody just came together and requested Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami to write the entire biography of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, by the blessings of Vaishnavas, he started writing this wonderful scriptures, wonderful scripture. He got the vision, he got dream from, and in his dream, Nityananda Prabhu appeared. And he instructed him to go to Vrindavan, and from there, everything is going to happen. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he was requested by the devotees of Vrindavan to write this beautiful Caitanya Caritamrta. And Adi Leela, the notes of Sri Murari Gupta, form the contents of Adi Leela. Right? And from Swarup Damodar Goswami, who was a very, very close associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, from his diary, he has taken the pastimes of Madhya Leela and Ante Leela. Now, Caitanya Caritamrta has been divided into 3 portions, right? Into 3 portions. Adi Leela, and this Adi Leela describes the early period of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lifetime. Not only that, Adi Leela also describes the tattvas of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and also about his associates. Tattva means the truth. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, we have seen that in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 10 topics, right? And these 10 topics come in Canto 2nd, chapter number 10, 1 and 2. And what is this? Sarga, Atha Sarga, Visargascha, and Isha, Atha Sargasya Visargascha, Sthanam Poshanam Utihi, Manvantara Ishanu Katha Nirodha, Mukti Ashraya. So these are the 10 topics of Canto 2nd, of Srimad Bhagavatam. And 9 topics, they are dependent on the Ashraya Tattva. Ashraya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we can see that in Srimad Bhagavatam, prior to Canto 10th, this Canto 10 describes the intimate pastimes of the Supreme Lord in different rasas with his devotees. But prior explaining these pastimes, we have seen that that Srimad Bhagavatam described basically about the truth of the Supreme Person. And the similar kind of formation we can see in Adi Leela, right? Adi Leela. So Adi Leela, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is an expert poet. He started writing the Adi Leela with Mangalacharan prayers, right? And he composed 14 verses of Mangalacharan. What is Mangalacharan? It's invoking auspiciousness, right? Invoking auspiciousness. Now, he has divided this Mangalacharan into 3 portions. First is Namaskara, or offering obeisances. So, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, in the starting of Adi Leela, he is paying his obeisances to his Gurudev, and also he is paying his obeisances to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also he is describing that Lord Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he himself comes into 6 features. And what are those 6 features? He is explaining in that chapter, which is chapter number 1 of Adi Leela. He explained that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come in the form of spiritual master, in the form of devotee, in the form of Lord himself, in the form of his incarnations, in the form of his expansions and his energies. Now, when we hear, it's so confusing, right? It's so confusing because many times we believe that expansion and incarnation energies, what's the difference? What is the difference between one and the other? Yes, it is confusing, but at the same time, each and every tattva is different. But also, all the tattva just culminate in the one personality who is the supreme person, Sri Lord Krishna Chaitanya. So he pay his obeisances by namaskara, prayers or offering obeisances. And then second kind of Mangalacharan he did is Vastu Nirdesha. Vastu Nirdesha means the objective of writing any kind of subject matter, right? So Vastu Nirdesha means objective of the book, and he clearly explains in he clearly explains in Adi Leela chapter 2 that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the supreme personality of Godhead. And the beauty of our acharyas writing or giving us books is not that they are just vaguely writing it here and there. They are proving each and every point with the references from scriptures. And that's what Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, first of all, he established the supremacy of Bhagwan Tattva. So there are three tattvas we know, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagwan iti, Shabdite, right? Bhagwan, or the supreme absolute truth, is present, has his presence in the form of his bodily effulgence. And then Paramatma feature, which is present, the Paramatma feature is present along with each and every jiva, right? And the third is Bhagwan, who is Shyam Sundar, right? Who is residing in Goloka, Vrindavan. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, first of all, invoked this sloka from, or verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. And after going into the detailed discussion, he proved that Bhagwan is the supreme, right? Or Bhagwan feature is the ultimate or the final realization of the supreme absolute truth. And then he established that Krishna is the supreme person, right? He established that Krishna is the supreme person by giving references from Srimad Bhagavatam. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Brahma's prayers in chapter 14, canto 10, Brahma is praying to Krishna, and Brahma established there that Krishna is the Mool Narayana, or Krishna is the main Narayan from whom everything is coming. And there is so much philosophical discussion is there that Krishna has first expansion, Krishna has Prakasha and Vilasa forms. I'm not going to go into that. I don't want to make it much technical. But the thing is, he has established very nicely that Krishna is the supreme person. And then he has established that Krishna is the supreme person, and the same Krishna, he comes in one day of Brahma. Now, what is the duration of one day of Brahma? There are 4 yugas, we know. This Kali Yuga is of 432,000 years, 4,32,000 years, right? 432,000 years, right? And prior to this Yuga was Draupar Yuga. So how long was Draupar Yuga? If you multiply this with 2, so that was Draupar Yuga. And prior to that is Treta Yuga. If you multiply this by 3, then that's the duration of Treta Yuga. And what is the duration of Sati Yuga? If you multiply this number with 4, then that's the duration of Sati Yuga. Now this Chatur Yuga, if you circulate for 1,000 years, right? If you circulate for 1,000 years, then this Chatur Yuga multiplied by 1,000 years makes a 1 day of Brahma. And the night is different of the same duration, right? And in 1 day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus, right? There are 14 Manus who come. And Krishna comes only once in this 1 day of Brahma, right? And specifically, it has been given that Krishna comes in the 28th Yuga cycle of 7th Manvantara, 28th Yuga cycle of 7th Manvantara at the end of Dwapar Yuga. Right? And this Krishna who has come just little over 5,000 years ago, this Krishna is that same personality which Srimad Bhagavatam is celebrated in the Paribhasa Sutra as Ete Chamsa Kala Pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Right? So that same personality Krishna comes. And this Krishna, he comes here and he manifests his pastimes in Vrindavan, Mathura, and Dwarka, and other places too. But Krishna displays his pastime and shows everybody the rasas which he enjoys with his devotees. Right? And Krishna wrap up his all the pastimes, and then he just and then he just in Goloka Vrindavan, he goes and then he thinks, oh, I have manifested my pastimes, but I did not teach people that how they can enter into my leelas or into my pastimes. I have never given them that thing. So Krishna comes as Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who came 500 years ago. Dear friends, think about it, that how fortunate all of us are. How fortunate that we are in that 7th Manvantara. Just Krishna came 5,000 years ago, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just came 500 years ago. And we are in the same Manvantara. So how fortunate we are, right? How fortunate we are. And not only that, we have given so many biographies of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And thus he established that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the same identity. He is not an expansion. He is not an incarnation. He is same Krishna who comes in the covered form. Now we can say, where is the proof, right? Where is the proof? 7.9.38, Srimad Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj prayers to Nrsimhadev. Prahlad Maharaj is speaking and saying, my Lord, you are Tri-Yuga, or you make your appearance in 3 yugas. And what are the three yugas? Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapar Yuga. So what about the 4th Yuga? Prahlad Maharaj is saying, you come in the covered incarnation, and that's called Channavatar, or hidden form. You come in the form of devotee. That's what Sri Prahlad Maharaj, he explained in 7.9.38 in his prayers. That you covered it, you come as, you just come as hidden incarnation, as a Channavatar. That's why people, they don't know who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. Although the copies of Caitanya Caritamrta was distributed in 17th century in the Vaishnav community of Bengal and Odisha. But with the influence of time, these copies just got lost. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur, who is a pioneer in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, he came and he tried to search for the biography of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is Caitanya Caritamrta, given to us by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And at that time, with great difficulty, he found that and he wrote his commentary. He gave us his commentary by the name Amrit Pravaha Bhasya. And if we read Sri Chaitanya Caritamrta, so we can see that Srila Prabhupada, he started with that in his commentary of Amrit Prabhav Bhasya, Bhakti Vinod Thakur has explained this in this chapter. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is son of Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also gave his commentary Anubhasya on the Chaitanya Caritamrta. And Srila Prabhupada translated everything in English. And we can see that it's very, we can access anywhere. We can read anywhere. We can do anything. So that fortunate we all are, right? Sometimes we say, oh, Krishna was not there with me, so I'm not that fortunate. I cannot see Krishna face to face and all these things. But how much fortune we all have that we are in this age of Kali Yuga, which in which the Yug Dharma was established by the Lord himself in the form of his Channa avatar or hidden incarnation as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How fortunate are we? We are very fortunate to get connected with this parampara of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? And after Vastu Nirdesh, after Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami proved by the scriptural references that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there are various scriptural references from Srimad Bhagavatam, Padma Puran, which talks about Sri Chaitanya, appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga. That's given in chapter 2 of Adi Leela. If you want, you can read. So very beautifully he has described. Now, going forward, the third portion of Mangala Charan includes Ashirvada or benedictions of anybody who reads and hears Caitanya Caritamrta or the biography of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's given also. And in that particular chapter, third chapter, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is explaining the external reasons of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come here in this age of Kali Yuga, right? External reasons, as I explained already, that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita, there are various reasons for has been given to us of Lord Sri Krishna for his appearance. Lord Krishna, he himself says, right? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharatam abhyuthanam adharmasya srijamyam abhyuthanam adharmasya. Can anybody please complete this? I'm just forgetting that word in between.
Tadatmanam srijamyam.
Thank you, Mataji. Tadatmanam srijamyam. Right. So first reason that, whenever there is downfall, right? Yada yada hi dharmasya, downfall of religious practices, I just come. And then Krishna, in the next verse, he says, okay, I come to protect my devotees, right? I come to protect my devotees. And the next sloka, Krishna is saying, no, that's not only my reason. One of my reason is Krishna says, Janma Karmacha Me Divyam, that whosoever knows that my divine appearance, right? By knowing that, he never comes back. That means to claim the conditioned souls. So these are all the external reasons of Krishna to come. So similarly, for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, there are two kinds of reasons, external reasons and internal reasons. External reasons are what? External reasons that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to inaugurate the Yug Dharma of Kali Yuga, which is chanting of holy name. And also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to bestow prema bhakti of Vraja, right? So, Krishna, he don't like us to worship him in awe and reverence. But because we are not on that level right now, so it has been given that in Vedi Sadhana Bhakti, we should be following the procedures and worship the Supreme Lord in awe and reverence. But Krishna, he wants devotees to worship him in the Vraja Bhakti, in Prema Bhakti. And we have seen in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, there are three types of bhakti which has been given. There are three types of devotion which is talked about. Sadhana Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti, right? Sadhana Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. To enter even into Sadhana Bhakti, Drid Shraddha is required. What is Drid Shraddha? It's full conviction. And what is the definition of full Shraddha or Drid Shraddha or full conviction? Shastrartha Vishwasaha. That means full faith on the Shastras or the scriptures. That's the definition. Even to enter into the sadhana bhakti, Drid Shraddha is required, right? And we have seen in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.1.17, when we enter into the sadhana bhakti, then what start to happen? Bhakti starts showing its blessings or characteristics, or this bhakti start showing its mercy. Kleshagni, Shubhda. So in sadhana bhakti, only these two things happen. Kleshagni and Shubhda. What is Kleshagni? The Kleshagni is destroy of sufferings, right? And there are lots of details. I mean, this is just the surface of the ocean. There are lots of detail underneath, which we are not going to discuss, but just on the top. Kleshagni and Shubhda. Shubhda is all auspiciousness. So these two symptoms only come in sadhana bhakti, right? But when a sadhaka or a practitioner from sadhana bhakti moves on to the bhava bhakti, then two more, 1, 2, kleshagni and shubhada. That means ability to destroy material suffering, and shubhada is all auspiciousness is already there. But with bhava bhakti is more intense of a bhakti. I'm not going to go in the stages, but just make to clear my point. This moksha laguna krit, that means even the devotee in the bhava bhakti, he disregard all kinds of liberation comes, right? And then the second sudurlabha, even bhava bhakti is very rare to attain. It's not easy to attain. And when somebody just reach onto the prema bhakti, then what happened? Very simple. Srila Rupa Goswami has given Krishna Akarshani Visheshatma. Sandrananda Visheshatma and Krishna Akarshani, right? So these 6 symptoms happen in the Prema Bhakti. So what is the last one I said? Krishna Akarshani, ability to attract Krishna. So this ability to attract Krishna is only come when someone reaches on the Prema Bhakti. Now, nobody is on the level of Prema Bhakti. We have not seen the gopis, right? And we even cannot comprehend the level of Prema Bhakti which they have. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we call him Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came and out of his mercy, he gave each and everybody Prema Bhakti, or well, not Prema Bhakti, sorry, shows his Vraj Prema. He shows by his own example. Just like, you know, when whenever a teacher teaches A, B, C, D, right? And then the teacher, when the student is not getting it, then teacher also write A, B, C. She also becomes a student so that the student can learn. So similarly, another external reason of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come was distribute Prema Bhakti. What was the first reason? To inaugurate Yuga Dharma. What is the second reason of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Bestow Prema Bhakti. And the third reason is because he wanted to fulfill the desire of Sri Advaitacharya, who is also an incarnation of the Supreme Lord. And the tattvas or the truth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaitacharya, and Panchatattva has been explained in Adi Leela. Right? These are the external reasons which are given to us by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Now, what is the Mool Prayojan, or the internal reasons, or confidential reasons for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has, because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, And we know that Supreme Lord has three potencies: internal potency, marginal potency, and external potency, right? Material energy or material potency. Now, this eternal potency also get divided into three forms, right? And out of these three forms, Ladini Shakti or the Ladini potency is the one who gives pleasure to the Supreme Lord, right? And Sri Radharani, who is the consort of Supreme Lord Krishna, she is the condensed form of Prema or Ladini Shakti. She is the Swarupa or the personified form of Ladini Shakti. Srimati Radharani is enjoyed and Sri Krishna is enjoyer. But Krishna sees that Srimati Radharani, she has much more pleasure than Krishna while performing pastimes. So in order to understand the greatness of Sri Radharani's love, that is the first reason of confidential reasons. That's the first reason. Internal reasons. First reason is to understand the greatness of Srimati Radharani. And second reason is to taste his own sweetness. Krishna wanted to taste his own sweetness. Krishna wanted to taste, let me just taste what Radharani is tasting. Right now, Krishna decided to come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he assumed or he took the form of or he took the sentiment and mood of Srimati Radharani. And what is the third reason under internal reasons? Third reason is that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to feel the happiness what Srimati Radharani feels while in Sambhoga and Vipralamba. These are the two bhavas or these are the two rasas when, these are the two rasas. Sambhoga when two lovers meet and Vipralamba when two lovers separate from each other. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to taste that happiness of Srimati Radharani. So three reasons: to experience the greatness of Radharani, or to show everybody the greatness of gopis and Srimati Radharani, and also to taste his own sweetness as Krishna. And the third is to experience that happiness which Srimati Radharani gets. Right? So basically this Adi Leela, the first portion of Adi Leela, specifically first 7 chapters, describe the truths, as I explained, about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his external and internal reasons, and then the Tattva of Nityananda Prabhu. We just celebrated his appearance also. Advaita Charya's Tattva. If anyone wants to read, they can read. I'm not going to go into detail for Nityananda Prabhu's Tattva and Advaita's Tattva. But Pancha Tattva, so here in Pancha Tattva, the truth or the Tattva has been explained that that one Supreme Lord appears in 5 forms, right? Appears in 5 forms. Bhakta Rupa, that means Lord Chaitanya appeared as Krishna, who is Krishna himself. He appeared as a devotee, right? And Lord Nityananda Balaram, he is the first expansion of Krishna. He came as Swarupa. That means he came as Swarupaka, or Lord Nityananda Balaram is the first expansion of Krishna, right? And Bhakta Avatara is Sri Advaita Mahatma, Sri Advaita Acharya, right? And Bhakta, or in the form of devotee, is Srivas Thakur. And Bhakti Shakti is Sri Gadadhar Pandit. So if we see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and Sri Advaita Acharya, they all are Vishnu Tattvas, right? And Srinivas is Jeev Tattva. And Sri Gadadhar Pandit is Shakti Tattva. So all these tattvas have been explained in the first 7 chapters of Adi Leela. Now, going forward in Adi Leela, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami very beautifully explained tree of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? Tree of Chaitanya Prema. And he described that the trunks, the branches, the roots, everything is all these Panchatattva in there, right? And starting from chapter 13 till 17, he has explained very beautifully appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came on the auspicious Falgun Purnima when everybody was chanting. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he sent his associate prior to his birth. Sachi Mata, Jagannath Mishra, Advaita Acharya, everybody came prior to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birth, right? And then boyhood has been explained, and boyhood, after boyhood, Poganda, that means from 5 to 10 years of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has explained. So Vrindavan Das Thakur, he has explained very nicely in Chaitanya Bhagavatam in detailed version, the first 24 years of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, before the acceptance of his sannyasa. But Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he explained Madhya Leela, those 6 years of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after taking sannyasa, right? He took sannyas, and then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to go to Vrindavan. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explained that how with the trick Nityananda Prabhu, he brought him to Advaita Acharya's house, right? And Advaita Acharya, there at Advaita Acharya's house, Sachi Mata was also there, right? So Sachi Mata requested Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you just live in Jagannath Puri. And then from there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he started from Jagannath Puri, and so many beautiful stories we can see in Madhya Leela. With so many beautiful stories of Madhavendra Puri, how Gopal came into the dream of Madhavendra Puri, and how Shir Chor Gopinath just, stole a pot of kheer or sweet rice for Madhavendra Puri. And all these stories come in between when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to Puri, right? So Gopinath story come, and then an elaborate description has been given of what's his name, Maharaj Pratar Puruta, who is the king of Odisha district and he was so eager to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And at this time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also the Swarup Das Goswami, Swarup Damodar Goswami, he came and met with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and with their discussion, Swarup Damodar Goswami, he prayed and he formed a very beautiful 10 aspects of Sri Chaitanya's mercy. And if we compare the Rupa Goswami's, those 6 symptoms is equivalent to that 10 aspects of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. Kind of very, very similar, right? And we can see also that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never ever has given a literature, but his teachings to Rupa Goswami, to Sanatana Goswami, to Prakashananda Saraswati, to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and the discussion between Ramananda Rai and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forms a major or the foundation of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. And the books which we are reading today from Rupa Goswami, from Sanatana Goswami, from Jiva Goswami, they all have the inspiration from the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All the inspiration. Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Sanatana Goswami's books, all have Hari Bhakti Vilasa, all contain the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discussed with these devotees. So I was talking about Maharaj Pratar Puruta. So this Maharaj Pratar Puruta, he was very, very eager to meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is in the sannyas or renunciation order, he all the time, I personally like this pastime a lot in Madhya Leela. The reason I'm going to explain very shortly. So this pastime that King Pratarpurta, he wanted to meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu so eagerly. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was living in the house of Kashi Mishra and in Jagannath Puri. And this Pratarpurta is the king of the district or the whole Odisha. So this Pratarpurta wanted to see him, and he asked his spiritual master Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya that, please, please, I am so eager to meet with the Supreme Lord, because Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, after getting educated from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya also explained to King Pratarpurta about the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that he is the same Supreme Lord. So he wanted to meet with him so eagerly. He was so eager to see him. So first of all these stories, whether it is from Caitanya Caritamrta or from Srimad Bhagavatam, they are not given to us just for entertainment. They are given to us so that we can drive the lessons from these stories. And if we are not driving the lessons from these stories and not applying it into our life, then no matter what we are doing, so no matter what we are doing, we are not going to progress in our life, because these these lessons are there because of some reason, right? The stories which came in Srimad Bhagavatam and the stories in Caitanya Caritamrta, every story, although they are auspicious because these are the dealings with the Supreme Lord, but at the same time teach us a lot of lessons. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not want to meet with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And he kept refusing by saying that I am I am a renunciate, I am a sannyasi, and I cannot see a king. I cannot meet with king, right? Who is so engrossed in material prosperity, right? And in material world. But King Pratarpurta, his eagerness to meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went up so high that he even wanted to become a mendicant, right? He even wanted to become a beggar on the street and leave everything, right? Leave his post. Because of this post, because of his position, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all the time is denying to see this king. Now, after the request and after looking at the eagerness and desperation of King Pratarpurta, all the devotees requested Sarup Damodar Goswami and Nityanand Prabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, everybody requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please, please, please give him your mercy. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he sent his cloth, his uttariya or his used cloth to the king, and he asked his son to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw King Pratarpurta's son, he became so ecstatic that he just, started feeling that this son is nothing but Krishna himself. And he just embraced king's son. And this king's son, he, because of the embrace from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, became a devotee, started chanting Hari, 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 Hari. And when this son went back to his father, his father, he said, you are so fortunate that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu really gave his mercy to you. You are so fortunate. I am an unfortunate one that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not giving me his mercy. Now comes the time of Rath Yatra. And in the Rath Yatra time, King Pratarpurta got the vision that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is dancing in each and every group, like Krishna was dancing with different gopis in his expansion. And this kind of expansion of the Supreme Lord is called Prakasha forms. So in his Prakasha form, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing with each and every group of devotees, right? And King Pratarpurta saw this. And even Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was fainting, and King Pratarpurta helped him, right? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Vishai, Vishai, that he is materialistic person. And then later on, the story goes, and King Pratarpurta, he came into Jagannath Vallabha garden, where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sleeping or taking rest during the offering time of Rath Yatra to Jagannath Ji. And at that time, King Pratarpurta, he started singing Gopi Geet, some verses from Gopi Geet. And then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him. And this king, he came in the disguise of a Vaishnava, right? So out of this whole story, what we get to know? Why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why he is not giving his mercy to a king who is in the form of who internally was a devotee. Why? Because there are several reasons which has been explained. And the most important reason is, until and unless we have the kripa or the mercy of a devotee or close associate of the Supreme Lord, we cannot enter into the mercy realm of the Supreme Lord, right? And when Krishna, sometimes we feel, okay, I'm doing this, nothing is happening, Krishna is not listening, everything is going, against my wish, Krishna is not happy with me. But at that time, Krishna or the Supreme Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was trying to increase the intensity of separation of King Pratarpurta, right? And later on, we see that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became so super merciful on King Pratarpurta. So when we hear these stories, we know that there are 9 stages of devotional service as given to us by Rupa Goswami, right? But Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he explains, and this is also given in chapter 2 of Canto 1 in Bhagavatam. There are 14 stages of devotional service, and how the mercy comes, how you can get the bhakti seed, not with Krishna, not from Krishna. Bhakti seed, Krishna is not interfering. This bhakti seed can only be given by the Madhyama Adhikari or a devotee of the Lord. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains in his Madhurya Kadambani that this bhakti seed can be given only by the mercy of devotee. And these stages start with Satam Kripa. That means the Kripa or the mercy of a devotee. And that's what we can see in the life of King Pratarpurta. And then as I explained, that there are so many teachings which has been given to us in Madhya Leela. And so many tattvas has been explained, truth has been explained about Vishnu Tattva, about Shakti Tattva, about Prayojan, Abhidheya, Sambandh Jnana, so many to Rupa Goswami, and all those names I have already explained. And in the Ante Leela, 18 years of his life, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given to us by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in his beautiful literature, Caitanya Caritamrta. This Ante Leela describes very elaborately the separation or Vipralamba Bhav of Srimati Radharani from Krishna. And this Ante Leela really gives the goosebumps to the readers when we read, when we hear that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just finished his pastimes in last 18 years in Gambhira, in Ante Leela. So this beautiful literature contains everything which we want to know about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whether it is the truth about the personality Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or whether we want to know about the pastimes. Basically, in all kind of scripture, the truth or the tattva has been explained prior to entering it, to get the entry into the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. And why it is that? So that we don't misinterpret the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. And that's the reason Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has given us this jewel of Caitanya Caritamrta. And we all are very, very, very fortunate that in this age of Kali, this beautiful literature, Sri Chaitanya Caritamrta, is available in our life. And we are just enjoying, right? It's just like, when a child is so small, and mother, what she does, she makes dal, she makes lentil, she makes rice, she makes all the veggies and make a puree and feed to the child. So that's what we Kali Yuga people have, all the things, spoon-fed people. We are spoon-fed people, but we still don't want to take it. And that's the only unfortunate part. So I request each and every devotee who is present on the call to just try to read little bit of Sri Caitanya Caritamrta, because it's a very rare gift to the humanity and to us, to all of us. Wishing all of you a very, very happy appearance day of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is going to come up in a couple of days.